I would actually encourage your viewers and listeners to go on to, I saw what you're talking about on your LinkedIn page.
Yep.
I would really encourage them to go and read what you wrote, because what you wrote touched me, because you were seeking to understand. That's priceless, and that is what is absolutely needed for our society to flourish, for all of us to flourish. We have to seek out, why do you feel this way? I've sought out perspectives from people like you, the person who I went and who I'm talking about. We had this conversation at his home. I wanted to. I listened to what he shared with me, and some of it was, what? Wow, that's your experience. That's the way you feel. It was amazing. So you're right. Sometimes we just have to listen to each other and hear one another out.
Yep. And you have to, if you're going to extend that hearing, actually listen. It's one thing to hear. It's another thing to listen.
Listen from here. Right?
And absolutely. But be willing, if you're going to reach out that hand and say, I'm ready to hear, be willing to sit with no time constraint, with no preconceived notions, with no expectations, and just listen. A quote that my grandfather, same one who grew up in Tuskegee, used to say is, to criticize is to say you're not like me. And there's a lot of critical comments being made and criticisms being made, and I just have to sit in that and just kind of soak it in and say, he's pretty right. To criticize is to say you're not like me. But after hearing your stories this morning and knowing as much about you as I know, I'm thankful that you are you and that you're willing to share you with me and with all of us this morning. So I know that folks will want to continue this conversation. How can they get in touch with you? How can they read or listen to your books? Let us know how they can continue the conversation.
Absolutely. I think I'm fairly easy to find. If you, I'm John Dilworth on LinkedIn. Dilworth is Dilworth. On Facebook, I'm John F. Dilworth. On Instagram, which is where a lot of the motivational things I share can be found, John F. Dilworth on Instagram. And then you can pretty much use those sources to find the link to my books. But basically, they're on Amazon. So they're pretty easy to find, audio format, Kindle format, hard copies. But John F. Dilworth is pretty much how you find me.